now going to get into our nice wide V-sit. Getting legs splayed as wide as possible. Knees are actively reaching down to the floor. Back of the feet are actively pulling back like you're trying to touch your shins. The more you reach through that floor, through the knees, you should feel your quads kind of engage. Hands are coming down behind your hips, grounding into the floor. We're going to spiral those elbow pits out and away so that we feel the shoulder blades pack down and back. Sternum lifts up, nice tall spine. And we're focusing on rotation in the hips. So we're going to pay attention to our kneecaps. Nice inhale. As we exhale, we're rolling the knees out like you're trying to touch the floor to the outside of your body. We'll inhale as we come back to the center, and then exhale as we rotate in like you're trying to touch the kneecaps to the inside of the body. Go very slow with breath. We're seeing how much can we encourage that external rotation without forcing it, and how far can we go internal. And this becomes a good assessment point, noticing those kneecaps. How far does the right kneecap travel externally compared to the left kneecap? How far do they travel internally compared to one another? Does one side travel farther in one direction more so than the other direction? That's a big assessment point that will be related to our gait mechanics. So I want to kind of pay attention to that. And if there is an imbalance, see if 5-10 reps encourages a little bit more balance. Can we get into that side that doesn't move as well and get it to move a little bit better? And now we're going to start to bring this into some ankle circles, to kind of floss through the ankles. As we spiral the kneecaps out, again, still trying to touch the floor with the knees. We can then point the toes, spiral the knees back in as we pull the toes back. I want to pay attention to any kind of like cramp or Charlie horse feel in the arch of the foot. If you're feeling that, then don't force that, especially that press through the toes. Stay light and easy on it. If you're not getting that sensation, we can actually add some flex of the toes as you point. And then as you pull back, try to spread the toes as wide as you can. And then we're going to reverse directions of our ankles, rolling them to the opposite direction, going in that opposite circle. Notice if one ankle feels tighter, more restricted. Maybe you feel it more in one of the feet. Do you feel it more to the outside of the ankle? Do you feel it more to the inside of the ankle? Or maybe it's on the back of the calf? Again, those are all relevant bits of information that are helpful as far as like figuring out what's going on in gait mechanics, especially if there's a pain issue taking place. All right. We're going to come back to our starting point, staying wide. Knees are actively moving down. Tops of the feet are reaching to the shins. We're going to bring hands off the floor, and we're going to get into a little bit of light folds. Feeling into that back line of the legs, hamstring area, back of the knees, and low back. Nice inhale into that crocodile breath. Exhale. Let those hands slide forward evenly. Inhale brings us all the way back up. And when I'm folding here, I want to avoid dropping my head straight down to the floor or my chest straight to the floor. I want a nice tall spine. Those hands are just sliding, and I'm seeing how far can I go maintaining my spine. I also want to keep my hands and my shoulders square together. I don't want to reach one hand further. That means my shoulders aren't staying square, so I want to keep those hands even. And we can now start to go a little bit off center. By doing so, I want to turn shoulders. Again, keeping hands square with shoulders. Nice reach. Inhale as we come back. And then the same thing, moving side to side. I'm continuing to keep those knees actively reaching to the floor. I'm continuing to pull those toes, tops of my feet, like I'm folding them back to my shin. Notice if one side is tighter than the other side. And where do you feel it? Do you feel it more in the hamstrings, back of the knees, down into the calves, or in the low back? Do you feel it more on the right side or the left side? And we can continue to kind of open up our side to side reach, reaching all the way out to the heels. Again, noticing that difference side to side. Once we feel a little balanced on that, we're going to bring hands back down to the floor, grounding palms. And at this point, we can bring our legs in into a nice comfortable cross sit.